All right, wrestling fans, this next match of the evening is one I'm very much anticipating. It pits the aristocratic Sebastian Suave against the youngster from Toronto, Ontario, Kris Chambers. Kris Chambers with the height and experience edge, Sebastian Suave about as dirty of a competitor as they come. Both men hungry for gold here in Powerslam Wrestling. Let's head down to ringside for introductions.
First, now making his way down to the ring, weighing 220 pounds from Greenwich, Connecticut, he is Sebastian Suave.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are unfamiliar with Sebastian Suave, he definitely carries himself with an air of entitlement. Sebastian Suave definitely trying to make the grandest entrance possible. On authority that when Sebastian found out he'd be wrestling Powerslam Wrestling here in Whitby, he was absolutely infuriated. Certainly no love lost between the crowd here. Sebastian Suave was ranked 293 in Pro Wrestling Illustrated's ranking of the top 500 wrestlers in the world last year. Certainly an accomplishment worth bragging about. And don't worry, he will brag to you about it. Sebastian Suave was narrowly defeated in the 0-1 Japan tournament, won by the Russian bear Boris Brezhnov.
His opponent, now about to make his way to the ring, weighs 231 pounds. He's also from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. He is Kris Chambers.
Kris Chambers apparently trying to show up Sebastian Suave with a grand entrance of his own. Sebastian Suave taking turns, arguing with referee Andrew Mollon, now arguing with the fans. I don't know if this bodes well for Kris Chambers. Ladies and gentlemen, a little background about Kris Chambers. He was trained by Showtime Eric Young. Chambers also spent some time down in WWE's developmental territory, FCW, in 2011. Before this match, I received word that members of the Powerslam Wrestling Championship Committee have been spotted backstage. One would have to think that a victory for either Kris Chambers or Sebastian Suave would definitely propel either of the two wrestlers into the title picture in the upcoming months. Referee Andrew Mollon presiding. Checks Kris Chambers' boot. I don't think that Chambers is the one that you got to be worried about.
You ready, Swat? No, he's not.
Sebastian slowly making his way up to the apron. I think this is an early indicator. He definitely wants to be the man in control of the pace of this bout.
Shut their stinking mouths.
Showing nothing but disdain for this crowd in Whitby. And the lockup. Chambers gets the better of it.
I'm winning. No, you're not.
I see that. You're a winner.
Chambers is red hot tonight.
Hey, up there, what?
Suave backs Kris Chambers into the corner. Referee puts in the count. Kris Chambers, I don't think you can really see by the angle, but Sebastian Suave just pie-faced him.
You shut your mouth, kid. One more time. Try it.
Both men lock up. Kris Chambers gets the better of it. Headlock on Sebastian Suave. Really putting it in.
What do you say, Suave? No.
Suave backs Chambers up against the ropes, sends him for the ride. Chambers fires back, big shoulder, knocks Sebastian right on his posterior.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's butt in layman's terms.
Funny, huh?
Kris Chambers really giving Sebastian Suave an earful. Suave taking his time, getting back to a vertical base.
I said shut your mouth.
Really giving it to the crowd. I think this definitely plays to his advantage. Slowing down the pace, dictating the pace. Chambers goes in for a test of strength. Suave catches him with a boot to the stomach. I don't know why Kris ever thought that Sebastian would have been a man of honor.
I would do this to all of you.
Sebastian still giving it to the crowd here in Whitby. Knife edge chop.
Why don't you cheer for me, huh?
Chambers is fired up, sends Suave into the corner. Knife edge chop, we got 2, we got 3. Big rights. Suave is reeling. Kris Chambers sends him to the corner. Hits him with a clothesline. Snap suplex, beautiful. That's textbook. Beautifully executed. Suave is hurt. Kris Chambers goes up to the second rope, definitely has something big in mind. Sebastian Suave takes a powder, probably not a bad idea for this young man. Did he just call? He's calling for a timeout. There aren't timeouts in pro wrestling, buddy. Referee Andrew Mollon instituting the count. Again, sound strategy from Sebastian Suave. Kris Chambers catches him off guard, flips him into the ring. Suave's back still hurt from that snap suplex. Kris Chambers, clothesline. Sebastian Suave knocked silly right out of the ring. He's letting his anger get the best of him. Kris Chambers close in tow. Grabs Suave, hits him with the right. Suave trying to get away. Kris Chambers raining blows down left and right. Chambers grabs Suave. Suave with the reversal. Kris Chambers stops him. Hits him with a back elbow. Knife edge chop. Chambers quite popular with the crowd here in Whitby. Suave begging off. Going for the shake. I wouldn't do it if I were you, Kris. He catches him, big boot to the stomach, misses it, knife edge chop. Suave's reeling again, sends him off the ropes, and Suave hits the ground. Kris Chambers, high cross body over the top rope. Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have our first major injury of the evening. Kris Chambers holding his, it's his left knee. Referee Andrew Mollon certainly concerned, trying to keep Suave back for a minute. Suave, ever the opportunist, picks up Kris Chambers, slams him into the ring post. He's already worried about his knee. And Sebastian Suave posing for the crowd, showing no respect for Kris Chambers. Sliding into the ring, breaking the count. Couldn't quite see the way Kris Chambers landed. He might have a torn ACL. Trying to get up. He's just having a hard time. And here comes Sebastian Suave again, knee to the back. Suave throws Kris Chambers into the ring.
It's not funny anymore, Chambers.
Like a shark who smells blood, he's all over Kris Chambers. He's choking him in the corner. The referee putting in the count. I don't think it matters much at this point. Kris Chambers barely able to even stand back up. Suave with a backbreaker. Kris Chambers is in a bad way. Referee goes for the count. We got 1, 2. Very close, ladies and gentlemen. As much pain as Kris Chambers is in, he's got the desire to win. I think that's just about all that's keeping him going. Oh, we get a little action from Kris Chambers. Knife edge chop and a right. Suave sends Kris Chambers into the corner. Chambers' knee just buckles. Suave all over him. Sebastian Suave sends Kris Chambers to the other corner. Can't be doing much good for... Oh! Kris Chambers gets the boot up! Off the ropes. Sebastian Suave slows him down again with the spine buster. The ref puts in the count. We got 1, we got 2. Only a 2 count. Kris Chambers just in the most pain, his back, his knee. Young man giving it all. I just don't know if it's enough for Sebastian Suave. Suave working on the back again. Trying to pick the young man up. I think we got some serious injuries going on here. And again, working on the back, sends him into the corner.
Let me do my job.
A punch right to the spine. He's talking smack to him.
These peasants.
And another knee right to his back. 2.
Now bang!
3. And stretching out Kris Chambers. Sebastian Suave.
No!
Like a surgeon just taking Kris Chambers apart.
No!
Chambers trying to build some momentum. Still fighting with all he's got. Sebastian Suave doing the best to keep him down. The young man, he's up to a knee. Tries to get a reversal in. Flips over. Kris Chambers with a back body drop out of sheer desperation. Looks like he hurt himself a little bit in the process. Hopefully it'll bide him some time. I'm not sure with the likes of Sebastian Suave. Suave looks like he's in pain. I think Kris Chambers might be a little worse for wear at this point. Sebastian on that second rope, going for the third rope, trying to get himself up to his feet. Both men almost up to their feet. We got a right from Chambers, 2. Chambers off the ropes. Suave ducks. Duck. Oh, we almost got a pin. Sebastian Suave's got Kris Chambers in a precarious position. Sends Chambers into the corner. Chambers on the second rope. Fakes him out. He's going up to the third rope. Kris Chambers with a moonsault into a pin. 1, 2. Referee so close. You have got to be kidding me. Kris Chambers pulls that move out of nowhere. Up to 2 feet. Suave is reeling. Kris Chambers with a right. This could be the break Chambers has been looking for. He's got Suave in the corner. Suave with a reversal. Catches Chambers. Chambers somehow able to shake his way out of it. Misses a super kick. Suave with the schoolboy. Kris Chambers able to roll out of it somehow. Suave going for a cradle driver. Misses it. Schoolboy from Kris Chambers. 2 count from referee Andrew Mollon. Kris Chambers with a super kick. Knocks Sebastian Suave right out of the ring.
2.
Referee putting in the count, giving Kris Chambers a couple seconds to regain his composure. Suave still not moving. Kris Chambers still injured, trying to pick Sebastian Suave up. We don't want a contest of this caliber to end with a count out. Chambers goes for the pin. We got 1, we got 2. Foot on the rope. You got to applaud the ring awareness from Sebastian Suave, having just took a super kick that knocked him clean out of the ring. Kris Chambers going for a body slam. He's saying it's over. Chambers going for another high-flying move. I don't know if it's a good idea at this juncture. Going up to the top rope. What? Sebastian Suave just pushed referee Andrew Mollon into the ropes to knock Kris Chambers down. Sebastian Suave looks like he's going for a cradle driver. He does. He's got the pin. Referee 1, 2, and 3. My God.
The winner of this matchup is
Kris Chambers is hurt.
Sebastian Suave.
Suave quickly slides out of the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Sebastian Suave. Both men physically and mentally exhausted after this match. Suave, the winner of the match, only able to take a knee. I would assume Sebastian Suave will be getting into his car and getting the hell out of Whitby as quickly as possible, having inflicted serious injury and narrowly avoiding serious injury himself. Sebastian Suave pulling every trick in the book to put away Kris Chambers. Gonna have to have doctors check out that knee. He's limping a little bit. As we come back for our Powerslam replay, we see Kris Chambers with a beautiful textbook snap suplex. Chambers goes for a high cross body outside the ring. This is where he hurts his knee. Chambers on the ground, definitely in a lot of pain. I think he tweaked it real good. Suave picks up Chambers right into the ring post. Here you see Sebastian Suave just choking the life out of Kris Chambers. Chambers, again, his knee just buckles right under him. Suave there to pick up the scraps. Chambers off the ropes. Suave picks him up. Spine buster, just absolutely picking him apart. Sebastian Suave just methodically working on Kris Chambers' back. He goes for a teeter-totter into the turnbuckle. Kris Chambers catches it. Fakes Suave out. Goes to the top rope. Kris Chambers kissing the stars with a beautiful moonsault right into a pin. Kris Chambers with a super kick knocks Suave out and out of the ring. And in the end, Sebastian Suave with the cradle driver for the pin. Gets the 3 count. And ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the evening, one of the privileged few, Sebastian Suave.